We are approaching Rosh Hashanah. In the Hebraic calendar, it's called the head of the year. This is a very important time. Every Christian should understand the Hebraic calendar. Now, we understand that man created the Gregorian calendar, but God instituted the Hebraic calendar. Tishri, which is the first month of the Hebraic calendar, which includes Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot, all are very important feasts and very important times of the year. And you will find that a lot of things happen around the feast times. This is why we understand the feast times and the feast times of the year. This, what I'm holding in my hand, is what we know as a prayer shawl, or the talit. And the talit is very, very instrumental in understanding when the children of Israel were in the wilderness, everyone could not fit in the tabernacle. So God instituted in Numbers chapter 15, he tells us about how to make this talit. And this talit is what we call a prayer tent. This is why when they could not get in the temple, this became their tabernacle, their tent under which they went to meet God. And so when we pray, that's why we put this over our heads, to represent that we are in the tabernacle of God. And God was very specific on how to make this. He told us to make these tzitzits, or the wings. And this is what they call the wings. And in these wings are messages. And the Bible tells us that we need to look upon them. When the children of Israel would look upon these, it will be a reminder for them to not only understand the commandments, but keep the commandments, and not the lust of the flesh, what is in our hearts. So we understand that there are 7, 8, 11, and 13 twists. 7 twists of the blue, 8 twists of the blue, and then 11, and then 13. The blue represents God, where the other white represents us as God's people. God has us wrapped. He has us covered, and he is instituting us. So when you add up 7, 8, and 11, that is 26. 26 in the Hebrew means Yahweh. It means Yahweh. And then when you look at 13, 13 means one. So this is the reminder of the Shema. The Shema is the Lord thy God, Yahweh, is one. 13 is one, and all of these add up to be 26. So now we understand, when we look at this, we see God in the tzitzits. This is the very thing that Jesus wore. When the woman with the issue of blood, when she wanted healing, she reached out and touched his tzitzits. She touched the hems of his garment, and this became a source of her healing. So during this time of consecration, we're about to enter in time of consecration of Rosh Hashanah, which means head of the year. I don't know about you. If you want to wait till the Gregorian calendar turns over to January 1st and will let that be your new year, that's on you. I'm with God. I'm going to start when God starts. And I believe that the new year is about to start in a few weeks in October. And I want you to join us as a time of consecration, a time of fasting, and a time of prayer. And we're excited about what God has already done. The year 5785 is upon us. And you understand that in 5784, he told us that this was the year of the open door. I believe God has all this time that he may have waited in your life. I know that this is a time of open doors, but this door is about to close when 5785 comes into play. And that's a new era that's about to be ushered in. So join us as we come together to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. As you understand, for many of you who have a prayer shawl, you didn't know exactly what it is. When Paul said he was a tent maker, it wasn't a tent that people actually physically got in, that a large tent. This is considered a tent because this is what the people, the Jewish people, got under and got in to meet God as a tent. I don't know about you. I'm excited to be a part of what God has already done and already instituted. And this is why it's not just as a religious thing, it's a reminder that God still reigns. And he wanted us to use these as a reminder that he is God. Watch this now. You understand in 2 Corinthians 5:21, it says, for he made him who knew no sin to become sin for us, that we might become the righteousness of Christ. Watch this now. What's this now? Malachi 4:2 says this. It says, but you who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness, shall at the moment rise up with healing in his wings. These are the wings by which you shall understand these covenants that he has made with us. God says you will have healing according to his desire for your life. God bless you. Come on and join us as we enter into this time of consecration. God bless you.